The first trailer for DreamWorks' next movie called The Wild Robot just dropped, and it actually looks surprisingly great. I mean, there was barely any information about this film before this trailer dropped. A lot of people didn't even know that it existed. For me, I didn't even know if it was going to release this year or not because of how little news this movie had been getting recently. But anyways, this trailer was actually really good and just really sold me on the concept and its style. The movie is based off of the books with the same name written by Peter Brown. And the plot synopsis reads, "An epic adventure follows the journey of a robot, Roz, that is shipwrecked on an uninhabited island. It must learn to adapt to the harsh surroundings, gradually building relationships with the animals on the island and becoming the adoptive parent of an orphaned gosling." Yeah, this sounds like a pretty promising premise, and there are lots of cool and creative things that you can do with this story. It's probably gonna have a lot of emotional and heavy moments and themes as this robot is learning the value of life and stuff, all that stuff. But the real selling point for like me and a lot of other people is the animation and the overall style. This trailer just looked beautiful. I love the animation style that they were going for. They're going for this more storybook-like and watercolor look, which I think is great. The backgrounds definitely look like paintings and just it combines 2D and 3D in a way where it's just so beautiful to look at and is something we haven't seen before. Yeah, it's writing and taking inspiration from the Spider-Verse movies, but it's still distinct enough to create its own style, and it feels appropriate because of the setting and story. I think the animation looks fantastic. I love the vivid colors and just how colorful this trailer looked. It shows the beauty of wildlife and creates this sense of wonder and fascination. This one shot of the animals running from a fire with this red color palette was just it was definitely the standout for me. The backgrounds feel realistic even though they have that watercolor style to them. The character designs are also pretty great. The animals have these realistic and grounded designs while still being able to express themselves and like show emotion in their facial expressions. They aren't too cartoonish, but they also have energy and personality. The design of the robot, too, is pretty solid. I can see the inspiration from different animated movies like The Iron Giant and Baymax from Big Hero 6 and Wall-E, but this new design feels distinct and different. Anyways, yeah, this movie looks fantastic from an animation standpoint. This may be one of DreamWorks' best looking movies. And I just love the vivid colors, expressive character designs, and breathtaking backgrounds. This feels like something I've never seen before, and it's amazing how DreamWorks is taking more of these risks and trying out new, unique styles because it is really paying off. It feels like the animators really had the vision in mind when pitching this project, and they really poured their heart and soul into this animation style. It's creative and nice to look at. Again, even though other recent movies have been jumping onto this 2D and 3D animation hybrid, like Mutant Mayhem, Nimona, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, obviously the Spider-Verse movies, I think this movie will distinct itself from those other films because of the wildlife and nature setting, with all of these different animals. Also, just wanted to point out that the music in this trailer was very effective because of how it changes the voice of the singer to be an actual robot. Now, I do have one question after watching the trailer, and it's if the robots and animals are going to be speaking much. I know this already has a pretty big cast, and I'm fine if the animals like talk a little bit, but I just think that it would be more effective if for the majority of the movie there isn't much dialogue and it's just this robot learning about the world and learning how to appreciate it. Wall-E was great because it didn't have much dialogue and it uses visuals and characters to bring out the emotions. I just don't want annoying celebrity voices in these characters, but anyways, I thought this new trailer was great. It felt like DreamWorks actually greenlit a project that the artists really cared about, and it's looking great so far. The trailer teases a lot of the story, but for the most part, it just teases the overall mood and setting and animation. I thought it looked fantastic from an animation standpoint, and this is now one of my most anticipated animated movies of the rest of the year. Will it be as good as the last Puss in Boots movie? Who knows, but I'm definitely really hopeful. So yeah, what did you guys think? Yeah, okay, goodbye.